Hey you, yes, you. I got a question for you to consider. Who are you conscious of being? I mean, what things have you tied to the identity that is your I am? Because in this life, in this 3D reality, you don't get what you want. You get what you are conscious of being. What is behind your I am? Think about it. I'll put it to you in a different way. When you want something, and I'm not talking about divine desire because I feel like those are two different things. But when you want something, just the word want alone implies that you are lacking what it is that you are intending for. And so if you are embodying the consciousness of the version of you who lacks this thing that you're intending for, you're only going to continue to get evidence for the version of you who continues to lack what it is you're intending for. Whether that is health, for example, a lot of people walk around identifying with things that their bodies might be experiencing. They say that I am a patient. They say that I am this, or I am that, or my cancer, or my diabetes, or my high blood pressure. Listen, it doesn't belong to you. It's an experience, or at least it doesn't have to. But if you tie these things to your identity, then that is who you are conscious of being. And that is the only evidence that can play out in your reality based on who you are conscious of being. But if you shift and you understand that an experience doesn't have to mean I need to tie something to my identity. I can have an experience where my body has certain symptoms, but I don't have to tie the label that the world gives to me to my identity. And if I don't tie those things to my identity, and I understand that just like everything else in life, things can change, then I can have the experience and yet and still believe that I am wholeness, that I am fulfillment, that I am healthy, that I am total well-being. Who do you think you are? Because whatever you are tying to your I am identity, you are embodying that state of consciousness. And in life, you do not get what you want. You get what you are conscious of being. If you are one of those people who walk around saying, I am broke, because you are identifying with circumstantial factors such as a negative bank account, or such as not being able to make ends meet, or such as a bill that might have come to you that you don't feel like you can pay. If you are continuing to identify with the conscious version of you who is broke, you will continue to get the evidence for the version of you who is broke. Life will continue to send bills your way that you can't pay. Life will continue to align you with circumstances where you just continue to feel poor. Listen, this stuff is not for the faint of heart. It's not play. It's real, and it's in you. And so you have to shift from that lackful state of consciousness of being broke and shift into the state of consciousness where you know you are abundant. And I'm going to tell you the trick. The trick is they told you that abundance is only in the form of money. Baby, abundance is in everything. Look at the blades of grass when you go outside. It's so many you can't count. Look at the leaves that are on the trees. It's so many that if you tried to stay in count, it'll take you a while. There's an abundance of oxygen when you step outside to breathe in a deep breath of fresh air. There's an abundance of probably a lot of love in your life, but you haven't been acknowledging it because it doesn't look the way you think it should. There's an abundance of so many other things in life, but you keep focusing on the money. And what you focus on grows. If you keep looking at money as the only form of abundance, you'll miss all of the other abundance that's been in your life. And you'll keep walking around saying, I am broke. And life will keep giving you evidence of your brokenness. But I guarantee that when you tune in to the abundance that's always been around you, that's always been there, and that will always be there, then you will allow that avenue of even money to flow into your life, because you are now conscious of the version of you who has always been abundant. To my young girls who keep walking around feeling like you're not being chosen, I see a lot of y'all on these manifestation blogs and in the comment section feeling real desperate because you lack the relationship that you think you deserve. But I'm going to tell you that until you start to feel fulfillment, until you start to recognize that what it is you desire, you already are it. And the only reason you can see it in another is because it's already in you. You are just reflecting you back to you. So rather than tuning into the consciousness of lacking the love that you desire, recognize that you already are the love that you desire. And all you're doing is being open and willing to share it with another. You're not looking for it in another because you know that you can't find it outside of you. It's in you, not on you. And so if you know that it's in you, you're just sharing it with whoever you desire to share it with. You're not lonely. You're not broken. You're not being not chosen. The only person that's not being chosen is you not choosing yourself. You not choosing to see yourself for who you really are in the eyes of God, in the eyes of the great creator who made us all. So, again, who are you being? I really want to make this the norm where no matter what we're doing throughout our day, we take the time to pause and ask ourselves, who am I being in this moment? Who am I being in relation to this person that's sitting across from me? Who am I being in relation to this circumstance that's in front of me? Who am I being in relation to this desire that I have to get this car or this house? Who am I being in relation to the kind of relationship that I want to manifest, to the kind of parent that I want to be? Who am I being? Because you are only getting evidence of who you've been being. And if you want that to shift, you need to shift your consciousness into the version of you who already has what it is that you desire. And from that beingness, things will shift. I don't know who needed to hear this, but this is your reminder. And you got this.